Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, everyone, one and all, to what is the end of the KEW's first inaugural season. We'll get things cracking here in our main pay-per-view for the year, the CEX Classic. It truly is what we've all been building to, ladies and gentlemen, with a 2-on-3 tag. It'll see Dude Jeans and the Spikelops take on the Coven, the female members of the Coven, of course, Miss Tarantula, Miss Tash, and the Witch Mother herself. Here we are then in a sold-out, packed CEX arena. The fireworks going off there. The massive Tychotron that we have here. As here come the men of science. You can see there the CEX sofas in the background. Of course, there's a storied rivalry between the Spikelops and the Witch Mother, which has seen the Spikelops really take it to the Witch Mother in recent weeks. He, of course, put her through the table just earlier this week in KEW Live. And she will not be forgetting that one lightly. It's why she's elected to bring a bit of help into the ring, to bring the rest of the Coven in on the fold for this one. She's elected for, of course, the two members of the Coven who are highest in the power rankings to join her and to try and get something of a measure of revenge in what their recent matches have been. Dude Jeans, of course, was saved by the Spikelops a few weeks ago now, and Miss Kasuj assaulted him after he defeated Miss Tash for the at the last main pay-per-view, and it has since then led to the two of them, or the group of them really, having this rivalry. So you can see the giant Raven on the giant Jumbotron. The sofas ready for the CEX viewing for the KEW fans and faithful. As here come the Witch Mother and her brood, the Tarantula and Miss Tash. Here comes Kasuja's Coven. Only 400 pounds, but they're a dangerous 400 pounds. The Witch Mother, of course, is a bit of a slow starter here in the KEW. We thought she was getting a bit of an upper hand against the Spikelops last time around, but proved not to be the case. And now she'll be looking for a measure of revenge here with acolytes as the Coven make their way to the ring. Miss Tash, of course, those dark eyes, all of them with the dark eyes, the elithid power that they bestow upon them. The darkness consumes them as she blows the torch out, and the Coven are ready to battle here. Miss Tash, like I said, she was embarrassed really by Dude Jeans. She looked like she was pretty even in the rivalry between the two of them once the darkness had settled into her. It was, of course, the darkness from Miss Kasuj. She was, though, like I said, embarrassed at the last main pay-per-view by Dude Jeans. And that's where all of this really sparked from. Had she been able to beat Dude Jeans, I don't think the Witch Mother really would have been too bothered about taking revenge on him. But the fact that he won at that pay-per-view and now has led us to this. Can she, though, finally get a victory over the Spikelops and put him away once and for all? Or will the goodness that is Dude Jeans and the Spikelops finally prevail here against the Witch Mother and her Coven? Here we go then, the Witch Mother firing out at Dude Jeans. Furious right fists there. You can tell the KEW fans not happy. There's a lot of booing in the crowd there. Big kick to the guts there as he's down now, and she's choking him on the bottom rope here. Look at that. Leveraging him out of the ring there. Taunting around, strutting around the ring there. You can tell the Spikelops not happy with what she's doing here. Big ram into the canvas there. You can see the canvas as the full CEX Classic logo on it. As here comes Miss Tash and Dude Jeans reuniting that rivalry there of a few furious kicks, but gets a big clothesline from Miss Tash. She misses the hit there though. Now Do Jeans gets hold of her and whips her into the corner and splashes her down there. Gets hold of her in the corner by the legs, drags her out. No, drops her back first onto the canvas. And Do Jeans now onto the outside, up to the top rope he goes. He is a high-flying athlete, or he can be at times. Tells Miss Tash to get to her feet as he stands on those sandals, and hurricanranas her down from the top rope there. Good athleticism on show from Do Jeans. Miss Tash now slow to get up as she gets her face rammed into the mat here. And now Do Jeans goes for the tag. Here comes the Cyclops then. He'll look to maybe put Miss Tash into a world of pain and pick up a quick and swift victory. Does just that, goes for the pin. You can see Miss Tash moaning there. Goes a 1 count there though, just a 1 from the referee. You'll say, can't you get in and count a bit faster next time please? Gets hold of Miss Tash now, whips her into the corner. Now gets the tag into Do Jeans. The two of them keeping each other fresh here. Big shot to Miss Tash there, and she's struggling now. She's in the corner and can't get out of it, but manages to battle back against Do Jeans with a snap DDT there, and maybe now she'll look to get the tag in to Miss Tarantula. No, goes for back to the Witch Mother. Miss Tarantula just a bystander so far. Big boot there from the Witch Mother, sends Do Jeans down to the floor. Big shot to the back as well, and a nice headbutt there. Maybe they're keeping Miss Tarantula fresh. This is, of course, an 8-match card pay-per-view, so we might be here for some time. I hope you've emptied your bladders and settled in, ladies and gentlemen, because we'll be here for a while, we think. And Miss Tarantula, as of course, she is the only athlete who has 2 matches on the cards. Perhaps a Clara, or perhaps... Oh, Do Jeans sent cavorting to the outside by Miss... Kasuch there. Look at this, she goes straight for the Cyclops. Big right hander there, and another one, and Miss Tarantula tried to come off the ropes and deal with Do Jeans, but Do Jeans is getting a battering as Miss Kasuch sends the Cyclops down onto the outside. Now she gets the tag in to Miss Tash, who's the legal person in the ring, and Do Jeans saw the tag, gets hold of Miss Tash. Big clothesline there, sends her down, and the Tarantula's down on the outside, and looks like she doesn't know what day of the week it is. Big shot there from Do Jeans. Now gets hold of her from behind, swinging neck breaker there. Miss Tash is down, hooks the leg here. The Witch Mother's in. She says, "You're not getting the 3 count that easily." Shot to the back of Do Jeans' head, and keeps herself fresh and rolls out of the ring wisely. I'm not so sure it was a smart move, tagging Miss Tash back in. Really big shot to the guts from Do Jeans there. Big elbow now to Miss Tash. Now goes back over, tags in the Cyclops. And you've got to think Miss Tash has got to be desperate to try and get to her feet, but she just doesn't have enough left in the tank to get up just yet. Pulled back to her feet now. Big right hander and a big elbow. Went for the big kick there as well, but Miss Tash now able to block it off and maybe get an assault of her own. Big hurricanrana there, and now surely she's got to look to get the tag. Maybe the Cyclops is just in the way there, blocking the area to get to her tag team partners. You can see the Tarantula looks like she's eager and ready to get in the ring. The Witch Mother there tried to get a little shot in as Miss Tash goes flying to the outside. The Witch Mother now spins around, and the Cyclops returns the favour to her, punches her in the face, gets hold of her, lifts her high now and drops her spine first onto the outside of the ring there, on the lightning edge of the matting there. Big punch to the face. Do Jeans, the Cyclops is sent careering into the barricades, and again by Miss Tash. Up to a 5 count now. The Witch Mother's slowly back to her feet, and the Witch Mother there looked like she hit Miss Tash square in the face as he throws the Cyclops throws it down to one side, slides into the ring. You might get a count out here, turns his attention straight away to the Witch Mother again. She's just back in the ring in time. Now he goes straight back after the Witch Mother, lifts her high and drops her spine first onto the ring. And you can see Miss Tash was watching on there for a moment, and now goes for Do Jeans, and he drops her to the floor. And big elbow drop. It looked like it was missed by the Cyclops. He takes a deep squat there and now points to the crowd as Miss Tash is just poised on the floor. He's screaming at the crowd here, and Miss Tash is just down for the count, it seems. She's back to her feet slowly now. He scoops her onto the shoulders here, carries her towards the corner and drops her face first into the ring post. Choking her now in the corner. We will see all the members of the KEW's roster here in this main pay-per-view as well. Nobody's left out, as I said. Miss Tarantula will be getting it twice. Goes for the cover now, gets a 2, and she's able to get the kick out there. Miss Tash, the Tarantula, doesn't look like she wants to be involved in this one. As I said, she does have a match later today, so perhaps she's trying to keep herself fresh. And now she gets tagged in here, in the ring with the Cyclops, a dangerous opponent to be in the ring with. Here's a Demon Destroyer as he clotheslines her over the top ropes, and Miss Tash is not able to get out of the ring. She's only just back to her feet, and the Cyclops is going back after her. Perhaps he was too busy and didn't see the tag happen. And now look at this, wrenching the arm here, and he's not paid attention to the Tarantula, who's now got hold of him and drops him sideways over the top of his head. Stomps on him there with the wood blocks right in the guts here, working the midriff of the Cyclops. Goes for the tag now. Here comes the Witch Mother into the ring, and this is what we've all been waiting to see. And oh, he punches her block off immediately. Goodness gracious me, and then goes straight back after Mr. Angelo. Hooks the leg here. Is that enough for the cover and the win? 1, 2. Just a 2 count there, though. The Witch Mother able to get an arm up somehow. Nobody else from the Coven wanted to get in the ring with the Cyclops, ladies and gentlemen. Stomps on the back of her now, then goes after Miss Tash. Gives her a big punch to the face, climbs through the ropes, lifts her high up, and he's going to drop her spine first onto the outside, and that might be enough to break her in half. And the Witch Mother switches her attention to do Jeans and drops him on the ropes here, and he's down on the outside. And now the Cyclops, though, saw it coming, gets hold of the Witch Mother, and DDTs her swiftly down into the mat there. Slides out of the ring for a breather, but it looked like the Cyclops was going to be straight back on top of her, but she rolls him over and gives him a few swift punches to get him off, and now he pushes her off and sends her down to the mat there. She's slow back to her feet as the Cyclops picks her up and now whips her into the corner. Will he look to get Do Jeans back involved in the match here? No, she gets a swift elbow in to get the Cyclops off her. He backs up and oh, and then speared her in half. He might go for the cover now, and that might be enough to put it away unless someone comes in to stop it. Oh, not even a 1 count as Miss Tash flying into the ring to save her Dark Coven lever, and you can see the Cyclops absolutely outraged by that as the referee struggles to get Miss Tash back out of the ring. And here comes Do Jeans, though. He might look to put it away now as he drags Miss Kasuj by the hair across the ring. And now look at this, taking the time to clap the KEW faithful. They're happy that he's taking the time to do that. Miss Kasuj down on the ropes there. You can see it looked like they were going to go after her there. The Cyclops a little slow, though. Big shoulder charge there. Now he switches attention to Miss Tash, and she punches him in the face. She wants the tag. She gets it there from the Witch Mother. I'm sure they probably should have gone for the Tarantula, instead of which they've got Do Jeans. Oh, big face buster there from... Look at this from Miss Tash. Now she's showing off the muscles to the edge of the ring here. Do Jeans slow back to his feet. The Witch Mother's not even out of the ring now. And he gets his block kicked off completely there by Miss Tash. She hooks the leg for a measure of revenge. 1. Oh, just a 1 count now as the Cyclops charges into the ring to break it up, and Miss Tash will feel a little bit aggrieved that she wasn't able to potentially get the match-winning pin there on Do Jeans. Like I said, she almost kicked his block off with that soft sander. Under the leg she goes, under the clothesline she goes now, spinning him around, whipping him down to the mat there. Now gets a tag into Miss Tarantula. Like I said, the freshest member of the Coven here. She's into the ring, lifts him up. He hops over her, though, and a big shot to the back there. Gives it a kick in the guts. Gets hold of her. Snap DDT. She's spiked off the mat there. Hooks the leg for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Miss Tash is in to break it up swiftly, though. I think Mr. Angelo managed to get a shoulder up as well, and you can see Miss Tash slowly back out of the ring. The Witch Mother wanted nothing to do with it. She said, I'm not wasting my energy getting in the ring for that. Tags in the Cyclops now. He's ready to go. And oh, punches her square in the face. Massive clothesline there. Sends Mr. Angelo down to the mat. Picks her up now. Gets hold of her. Whips her into the ropes. Onto the shoulders, and a big Samoan drop there. Delivering a square into the canvas, onto the face of the KEW Classic symbol there. Big uppercut there, and Miss Tarantula swiftly back to her feet, but she's missed her shoulder charge there, and now gets hold of him from the top rope and tosses the Cyclops down there. The Cyclops taking far too long on the top ropes. Gets hold of him here, and now slamming the body into the canvas here, working with those wood blocks straight in the guts. Goes for the cover now. Not even a 1 count there. You can see Do Jeans wasn't even bothered to get back in the ring to try and fend him off there. Has hold of him now. Big snap suplex, sending him down to the ground. She's taking her time now. Getting hold of him. Wrenching the arm round. Getting it just in position, and then stomps on it with those wood blocks again. And now makes her way over to the corner. Looking to go for the tag. Tags in Miss Tash. Not so sure that was a particularly wise move. Oh, she misses the jump on him, though, and he misses the boot there in retaliation. Gets hold of Miss Tash now and carries her around. I'm sure they probably should have gone for the Witch Mother to look her to get her back in the ring, but perhaps they're saving her, keeping her fresh. Maybe they think to themselves that we can keep her fresh and then tag her in at the last minute. She can get the win against these lot here. It looked like Mr. Angelo was trying to run away from him there. No such joy. Picked up now, slammed down by the Cyclops there. And you can see with Witchmother desperate for the tag now. Miss Tash dives in and didn't lie, got the tag, but the rest says it did, and she's only clotheslined into the corner. Now he switches his attention to Miss Tarantula. Big punch to the face there. We've seen him do this many a time to many people. Oh, and drops a square on the apron as Miss Tarantula's screaming to the KEW faithful, and Miss Tash now sent on the outside to go and deal with the Cyclops. Gets hold of him, whips him back in the ring to get him off Miss Tarantula here. And the Witchmother now gets hold of the Cyclops, picks him up and drops him down and headbutts him there. Now he's diving and gets the tag into Do Jeans. I don't think the Witchmother will mind that. She looks like to go around behind him. She has the ankle lock locked in, and you can see the Cyclops is he's in the corner of the ring, but he doesn't know what day of the week it is. Is he going to tap here, Do Jeans? The Cyclops now manages to recover just about. We're up to a 1 count. He can't get out of the ring. There we go. He's managed to get out eventually. Do Jeans slow back to his feet and climbs in and out of the ring for a bit of a breather. But the Witchmother in big control here. Big spear there in the corner. Stomping him now. She's going to go for the tag to keep herself fresh. Brings the Tarantula back in and then climbs out of the ring herself. Here comes Miss Tarantula then. Lifts him high. Sit down. Goes for the cover. The sit down powerbomb out of the corner. 1, 2, 3, and that's enough to put it away. The Witchmother did enough damage, and the Coven take the victory here in the first match of the CEX Classic. Goodness gracious me, look how much it means to them as well. The ladies of the Coven doing it for the girls, doing it for the pride. The darkness is rising in the KW, ladies and gentlemen. The Cyclops will not have enjoyed that one, but he did just watch his tag partner get pinned pretty swiftly from the edge of the apron. Perhaps he was a little too worn out and didn't want to get back in the ring, wanted to save himself to potentially take the Witchmother on in the future in the KW, ladies and gentlemen. Good first win there for the Coven then, and we'll move into our first championship match for the night. This one, a hardcore championship match. We've seen, of course, the Assassin mocking the BFG, saying he's coming for his title, and this one here, well, this will be the pay dirt for it. The hardcore championship on the line. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen the Assassin try and preview this one in recent weeks and really try to look to make the most of it. Here he is, a dangerous athlete. He could have, of course, gone after the big title himself, but at the time, his tag partner, the CEO, was he was the KW champion. So the Assassin said he'd be the good company man and that he'd just take his time. He'd go for the hardcore championship and he'd win that one first. So then they had the potential of going for all the gold. It didn't quite work out as planned, as the CEO lost his main title. But the Assassin, nevertheless, could go from mediocrity mid-table to a hardcore champion here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And that, of course, wouldn't sit well with someone like James the Cat, who is in the tag team as part of the Tubby Moggies with the BFG. And of course, we've not seen the Tubby Moggies in action in a few weeks, as the two of them had their own business to deal with. And here he comes then, the sexual magnet of the KEW, with the title around his waist. It's the BFG, Big Fat Gav, the hardcore champion. He is, of course, the first double winning champion in the KEW. We're going to recount these two's histories in the KW. Well, the Assassin started slow, of course, had the Spring Roll Derby rivalry, which he lost with Andy, and then came through that to have the tag team with the CEO, which saw him rise to be tag team champions. That's a very brief outline of the Assassin's time. He has then, of course, led him to taking on the hardcore champion, the BFG. The BFG, of course, started very slowly to life in the KW, struggled to get any victories going, did eventually manage to get a few, and then managed to wind up here as the hardcore champion, defeating Miss Tarantula, of course, in the run to the title. He then, of course, defended his belt against the Torpedo on a KW Live a few weeks back now, and has been the hardcore champion ever since. This one could be a classic in the making, ladies and gentlemen. We know that the Assassin doesn't have a lot of respect for the BFG.
From London, England, weighing in at 191 pounds.
He is a lighter athlete, though, and If he doesn't have the power to lift the big fella, that will be an issue. 600 pounds. Our hardcore champion. He was, of course, the first double winning champion with the Tubby Muggies being the tag champions and him getting the shot the hardcore belt. He did eventually, of course, lose the tag team titles, but has not relinquished his singles title at all yet in the KEW. It was one that was added late, so he's only had to defend it once, but he won it and defended it, so you count that as 2 times he's had to go for the belt and done well in both. Can the Assassin then get the upper hand at the final post to prove that he is one of the premier athletes in the KEW? Shoves now, there you go, the BFG immediately out of the gate, shoves the Assassin down. The Assassin gets hold of the leg and wrenches it over. Big moonsault there. He did, of course, have the Assassin assault the BFG a few weeks ago, and you've got to wonder how fresh the BFG will be from that assault in the cage, where the BFG came storming out to try and take on the Assassin in the steel cage after the Assassin won his match. Didn't go his way, goes for the 1 count early doors here. The BFG shrugs him off though, and it's since then the BFG has been trying to recover from the damage dealt in that steel cage, and he's got a guitar here, does the Assassin, and here we go, the guitar smashed over the BFG's face as he got the trash can out. Kicking a furious chop, furious kicks, and a DDT on the outside from the Assassin. He's definitely started the faster here, and the BFG's got to get something going quickly as he gets the trash can thrown into his face here. He's got to get something going quickly, surely, in order to try and get back into this one. Otherwise, his hardcore belt is going to be taken off him very quickly. As the trash can's launched in, like it might have hit him in the ankles there, and you can see the BFG down and struggling in the middle of the ring. The Assassin comes after him now, throws him into the corner. Big elbow there from the BFG. Might that be the turning point that he needed in this one? Scoops the Assassin up now onto the shoulders, carries him towards the corner and drops him face first into the ring post here. The BFG is, of course, not afraid of mixing it up, and he is one of those athletes who can take an absolute pummeling and still keep going. Has hold of the Assassin here by legs, switching him over, get him in that Boston Crab, and he's got all the weight on his spine there. It's a big man having his spine, but gets hold of the leg and drops him down. Look like he clipped his face on the trash can, but the BFG goes straight back after him, and now is pushed off into that trash can. You can see he's gripping the back there, might have clipped that trash can awkwardly. A few furious hits from the Assassin as he kicks him in the face, and again he hits the trash can. You can see the BFG holding his head from behind the trash can now. Now, the trash can launched into him there and spins around dramatically on him. Goes for the cover now. Does the Assassin for the title? 1. Just a 1 count, no. The BFG just about enough left in the tank to get up there. Back to his feet slowly. The Assassin now throws him into the ropes here. And went for the Hurricanrana but missed it. Sloppy wrestling from the Assassin. Not what you need in a title match. BFG gets hold of him from behind, but the Assassin, few furious elbows to get him off. Shot to the spine now, whips him up and over the top rope he goes, and down onto the outside. The Assassin hops over the ropes here, comes straight after his man, relentless in his assault here, going for the BFG. He knows he wants that KEW title. Spinning net breaker there, sends him down to the floor, and a big drop kick as well, straight in the face. Hops over him now, slides back into the ring. He's going to go back after that trash can, picks it up here and throws it down in the middle of the ring. It's not what he wanted after all. He's taking his time here to think about it, the Assassin. Maybe letting the BFG get back to his feet slowly. I'm not so sure it's a wise move to allow your opponent to have a breather like that. And now both men back into the ring. The BFG went for the trash can, but the Assassin fast in. Backstabber there, knees both into the spine of the BFG. The Assassin's doing all the damage early doors. Big kick to the face here, gets hold of him, DDTs him down to the ground. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2. And the BFG gets a shoulder up, but it doesn't look like the BFG's got much left in the tank. The Assassin there, you can tell, thought he'd done enough to put it away. How much more has the BFG got left? How much more of a punishment can he take? The Assassin off the ropes here. Big crossbody there. Is that going to be enough to put him away? The BFG is down and he's reeling in this one. The Assassin hops over the ropes now. He might go looking for something else under the ring to try and finish him off and put the match away. He's pulled a table out, ladies and gentlemen. That's not what the BFG would have wanted to see. It slid into the ring at his feet though. He's back to his feet and he goes for the trash can again, but the Assassin catches him in the act, whips him into the ropes now, and big flip there from the Assassin. Good athleticism on display as he almost ran up the chest of the BFG, and now the Eagle's Edge, down he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, the the Hardcore Championship goes to the Assassin, and there goes the BFG rolling out of the ring, finding the trash can. He couldn't leave the trash can alone, and it's proved his downfall. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, our new Hardcore Champion. He'll be hard to dispossess of that belt. Look at that, he's saying, put it on my shoulder, rips it off the referee there. We've got to say, the CEO will be happy to see his tag partner pick up the Hardcore belt here. The CEO, of course, isn't involved in any of the title matches, but he knows this is a first step towards their dominance in the KEW. And look at that, he's ready and focused, ready to go as the Assassin for anyone who wants to come for the Hardcore Championship. We'll move to our next match for the evening then, and we've seen these two go at it in recent weeks, and they've had a bit of a budding rivalry that's developed. They, of course, are not particularly friendly with each other in the dressing room, the Torpedo and King Daddy. And it all stems really from when King Daddy tried to end the career of the Torpedo with the pile driver, and the Torpedo has taken particular offence to it. They of course faced off against each other just a few days ago in the KEW, with the Torpedo getting the victory by putting the legs up on the ropes for the pin. King Daddy not happy with that, demanded a rematch, and here we are.
Is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 195 pounds.
195 pounds then, a pure focused muscle. He'll be looking to put King Daddy away once and for all here. He knows he'll have to avoid that deadly pile driver, and as it is a Falls Count Anywhere match, if he gets a pile driver on the outside, you'd have to question whether he'll have anything left in the tank, the Torpedo, to be able to recover from it. He was, of course, busted open and was bloody and bruised after that last match between the two of them only a few days ago, and you've got to wonder if the King Daddy gets another pile driver in or does any sort of real damage to the head of the Torpedo. Will that be enough to put the match away and for King Daddy to pinch a victory here? The Torpedo, though, a dangerous athlete in his own right. We've seen that he'll use whatever is available in his arsenal to get the win, winning it on a pinfall last time around with the legs up on the second rope, which is a high difficulty for him given his size and stature to get his legs all the way up to the second ropes. He is, though, an athlete who is focused, ripped and shredded. He may be the only man in the KW to have more muscles than the King Daddy has children. And we'll have to see then if the two of them will provide a classic match here. I feel there might be something brewing here for us. And here then the gold in the background as King Daddy makes his way down to the ring. You'll have seen by now, of course, this has been our third match for the evening. The sofas at the top of the KEW's classic, the CEX Classic ramp there, for anyone viewing to take a nice little seat. Of course, CEX is a store where you go in, you buy your stuff, you bring it home, and then you spend most of your time on the cheeks enjoying what you've purchased. King Daddy there makes his way to the ring. Like I said, that deadly pile driver in his arsenal. Look to end many a career of a KW athlete with that one. He's already given James the Cat a pile driver, and he's given the Torpedo a pile driver as well. James the Cat wasn't particularly happy with it. Tried to get his revenge in a fatal three-way tables match where he was slammed over the top rope by Miss Tarantula straight through the table, which ended the match before he could even get his revenge. And King Daddy after that one, of course, then squaring up with the Torpedo, wasn't able to pile driver him last time around, but like I said, if he gets one in here, it might be enough to put the Torpedo away with the damage done to the head a few weeks ago. He starts quickly here, whips him into the corner, and a big clothesline to the back there, big shot to the back of the Torpedo, immediately targeting the back of the head there. The Torpedo manages to shove King Daddy off, though. Now looks to begin his assault of his own, brings him onto the ropes. Big punch there, big right hook. Gets hold of him, bounces him off the ropes and the elbows to the spine here, looking to maybe target the back of King Daddy. Sees it as the weak area potentially, or maybe he'll just work his way around the body, and a kick to the gob there. King Daddy has hold of the arm, drops the knee down swiftly. It's of course a Falls Count Anywhere match, so if the two of them make their way out of the ring or even into the KW faithful, then they can go for the pinfall. Even out there, you can see immediately the Torpedo's under the ring looking for something, and he's got a kendo stick here. Slides back into the ring, and King Daddy might be in trouble early doors. Gets the kendo stick on the stomach and on the back. Rolls out of the way of that hit though. Manages to dodge that one, but only to get the kendo stick squarely in the face. And the Torpedo relentless in his assault here. He says to King Daddy, you tried to end my career. I beat you last week. You want another rematch? Fine, I'll end your career anytime, any place. Oh, drop now on the ropes by King Daddy, and he might look for a measure of revenge with a kendo stick himself. Does indeed. Slams it into the head of the Torpedo there, who's down, rolling around the ring. King Daddy threatening him now with the fist there. Gets hold of him. Oh, the big right fist there, and you can see a bit of blood already on the head of Torpedo. I said he took a battering last week and was bleeding everywhere in the ring. Of course, had the kendo stick to the face, and that was enough to rip his head open again, wrenching the knee now. King Daddy and Torpedo slow back to his feet. I said if he can get the damage in early doors to the Torpedo. A few furious hits from both men here though, exchanging chops in the ring, and it might be enough to put the Torpedo away if he was able to do the damage to the head. Big right hook here, and another one, and you see the blood dripping down the head of the Torpedo, able to get a chop in and another chop from King Daddy. Both men exchanging blows here, battling away. King Daddy stumbles a little bit there, and then gets another furious right hook in. Another big chop from the Torpedo. Now the Torpedo blocks him and gets a hit and a chop in of his own. Both men, this has turned into less of a wrestling match and more of just a straight out brawl. Look at this, the two of them pummeling the life out of each other. Neither man refusing to give up there. King Daddy comes out of it the faster though. Looked like the Torpedo was a little dazed and confused. Oh, he's lifted high and dropped onto the mat. Goes for the cover, does King Daddy. Kick out before the referee can get down for one, and King Daddy, look at that, he's not particularly happy that the ref took so long to try and get the count out, as the Torpedo goes onto the apron now, holding himself on the ropes. He got a kendo stick there and throws it down, doesn't want the kendo stick potentially. The Torpedo now following. Oh, on the outside, the low blow though. Oh, King Daddy says, I'm the only one having children in the KW. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. The low blow's enough to put him away. He split the head open, and then he removed the ability for him to have children. Goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen. The low blow from King Daddy sees him get an important victory in the KW. He lifts the two fingers for the V for victory. But you've got to wonder, it looks like the Torpedo's down on the outside. He's probably vomiting, ladies and gentlemen. The ferocity of that low blow would have absolutely sent the testicles back into the body. Goodness gracious me. King Daddy with a swift victory over the Torpedo. The Torpedo won't be happy with his performance here, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the damage was done to the head, battered and bruised, bleeding, and it led to him getting the victory. Did King Daddy with a low blow. A naughty way to get the victory, but there you go. The Torpedo had his feet up on the ropes only a few days ago for the victory in that one, and then gets his return for a measure of vengeance. There's King Daddy with a low blow, like I say, almost removing the gentleman's parts of the Torpedo. We'll move then into our next one for this evening. Here comes Miss Tarantula. We've already seen her once, but she's out here for the opportunity to show what she's got on her own. A triple threat match. She'll be taking on the Shinigami, of course, in this one. We've seen Miss Tarantula have a bit of a roller coaster ride in the KW, if you like. Comes into it late on in. Didn't make too many shakes in the Royal Rumble. Was pretty swiftly eliminated after coming into the ring. Got the opportunity for the Hardcore Championship and couldn't manage to defeat the BFG. Has since then had a middling few matches in the KW with the Coven, and that's seen her stock go up and down. She did, of course, win the match earlier, as we saw, with her Coven team members against the Men of Science. And here she'll be looking for a measure of single success to try and push herself up the Coven's own rankings there, try and make her the person that Miss Kasuj will turn to when she needs someone most. This, though, will be a firm test for her, perhaps her hardest test in the KW.
From London, England, weighing in at 268 pounds.
Here he comes, the demon incarnate, Shinigami Walker. The monster that is. He is, of course, a one-time KW champion. won the championship after a historic and storied rivalry that gave us some of the most entertaining moments in the KW. Started slowly to life in the KW, came to life as he entered the Halloween phase against the Cyclops. Did ultimately end up losing that rivalry, was shuttled off in the ambulance, and then lost the casket match for the title at the Halloween pay-per-view. He did have the electric moment though, where he returned from the ambulance being put in the crusher to explode back into the ring and chokeslam the Cyclops. He won the title after that pay-per-view though, only a few days later, taking it off the Cyclops, and since then has really pushed forward in the KW. Held the title all the way through to the next main pay-per-view, saw off many an opponent, saw off Tange, Andy, only to lose it to the Firefighter. He is a monster of an athlete in the KW, and he is by far and away perhaps the most challenging man in the ring between these three.
London, England, weighing in at 240 pounds.
He of course lasted quite a while in the Rumble, but not as long as this man. The Mystery making his way down to the ring. He did, of course, despite the Shinigami win the No. 1 Contenders match last time around to get him as the first title shot against the BFG, against the Big Bird. The Big Bird, though, dispatched him for the title defence, and since then the Shinigami's not really seen regular action in the KW. Perhaps that's why he's now facing off here against the Mystery and Miss Tarantula. It should, though, if he can manage to avoid getting caught up in a fray between the two of them, he should be able to put both of them away here and progress. That's how we'd expect it, but the Mystery has proved a tricky athlete in the most recent weeks in the KW. He, of course, defeated Mark only a week ago. Mark, though, with his eyes perhaps on a bigger prize. He'll be disappointed, Mark, that he lost that one, and like I said, he's got to be careful he doesn't have a Tange-like slip here. He has been at the top of the power rankings, but if you can't get over the line, then it's all for nothing really in the KW. And the Shinigami will see this as an opportunity to defeat the three of them, and who knows, perhaps he'll be given the next main shot for the KW title. Here we go then, starts quietly in the corner as the Mystery and Mr. Tarantula go after each other. Oh, Mystery with a nasty suplex there, throwing Mr. Tarantula across the ring, and the Demon now stomping on the face of Mr. Tarantula. And there's, well, I don't think that's advised from the Mystery, trying to clothesline the Shinigami, just took it all in his stride and now suplexes him down to the ground. Now goes after Mr. Tarantula here, gets hold of her, lifts her high and slams her down by one arm. Went for the crossbody but missed it on the Mystery. The Mystery now whips Mr. Tarantula into the ropes here, lifts her high, back body drop there, and now the Shinigami targets the Mystery, gets hold of him, looks like she's choking him here, big headbutt as well, sends him down to the mat swiftly here, goes after Mr. Tarantula, big elbow to the face, switches attention back to the Mystery, lifts him up, slams him down high. My goodness me, the power and dominance on display from the Shinigami early doors here. He's barely taken a hit and he's absolutely clearing a house, lets the two of them go after each other now. Mr. Tarantula, the butterfly suplex there, sending the Mystery high across the ring, and he rolls out of the ring. The Shinigami now gets a hit in the face from Miss Tarantula. She whips him into the corner and drop kicks him there in the corner with those woodblock shoes. Now the Mystery pointing on the outside says he wants a bit of Miss Tarantula. She goes under the ring looking for something. The Mystery, though, is wise to it. Look at this, has hold of her here. Looks like he's wrenching on the jaw, sends her down to the floor now, and the Shinigami is going to go and look for something under the ring, but the Mystery's seen him coming too. He's managed to pull out a sledgehammer though, and now the Tarantula's looking for something under the ring. And the Mystery bounces the Shinigami off the apron there, and she's got a chair here. The Shinigami, though, breaks up whatever the Mystery was going for, rolls him up here, he's up on the shoulders, powerbomb on the outside, and then gets the chair off Mr. Tarantula, a little punch to the face here. The Mystery is quickly up as Mr. Tarantula's sent into the steps there, and the Mystery now up swiftly enough to send the Shinigami back into the ring. He's looking for something under the ring here, but only gets a punch to the face from Mr. Tarantula. The Shinigami happy to watch on from the outside, and look at this, Mr. Tarantula has fed the Shinigami. The Mystery picks him up slowly, axe handle, smashes him down. Now she's into the ring, sees the advantage whilst he's back turned, gets hold of him here, lifts him high, backbreaker there onto the knee. Now switches her attention back to the Mystery, goes for the shot there, misses it. The Mystery blocks it nicely, gets hold of her, whips her into the ropes from across the ring. Now gets hold of the Shinigami and a big forearm smash there into his face, whips him into the ropes here as Mr. Tarantula's taking a breather, toe drag, and down the Shinigami goes. The Mystery now has hold of the legs from behind, Looks like he might be going for a surfboard stretch of kinds here. Look at this, wrenching on the mask there of the Shinigami. He won't have enjoyed that one. Stomped to the back as well. Miss Tarantula now looked like she was running around looking for the mystery, but got lost and gets a German suplex, and the Shinigami, the big uppercut there, and a big suplex sending the mystery flying across the ring. Like I said, he wouldn't have enjoyed that surfboard-like stretch the mystery was giving him, and now look at this, oh, the neck breaker there, trying to snap the neck of the mystery, and look at this, the Shinigami now, we've seen him do this before, he's getting in position, and Miss Tarantula she looks a little confused. She's seeing him in the spider-like walk, and she's like, well, what do I do here? Do I just let things happen? He's slowly making his way across the ring, and Mr. Tarantula is happy to watch here. He's up to his feet, the mystery, but the Shinigami's got hold of him, the little kiss. Oh, and there it is, the demon's kiss. Switches his attention back to Mr. Tarantula, who gives him the back to the face, and then goes for the cover, trying to sneak the victory. 1, 2. Oh, the mystery has enough to kick out. You see the Shinigami was feeling a little worse for wear after getting the back to the face. Has the the kendo stick now swiftly into the guts of the mystery and into the face again. And then, smashes it over the head of Miss Tarantula, and she's down now. Goes for the cover on Miss Tarantula for the victory. The Shinigami, 1, 2. Just a 2 count, though. Miss Tarantula with enough left in the tank to kick out. German suplex there from the mystery. The power on display from him. Like I said, he's a dangerous athlete. Gets hold of Miss Tarantula now. Has her in a submission hold of sorts. Down to the mat she goes, and the Shinigami breaks it up quickly and says, you're getting her to tap. Gets hold of the mystery from behind. Lifts him high. Drops him on his coccyx. No, I think it was a facebuster, actually, from the mystery. Now switches his attention back to the Shinigami, whips him into the corner here, gets hold of him and springboards him out of the corner into the centre of the ring. Goes for the cover on the Shinigami. Now I'm not so sure that's wise. 1, just a 1 count though. The Shinigami shoves him off. Big knee drop from the mystery straight across the Shinigami, and another kendo stick is brought out by Miss Tarantula, who's into the ring with it, and the mystery whips the Shinigami down, and then boots Miss Tarantula in the face. Big knee to the face there, and now the mystery has the kendo stick. It looks like he's biding his time about who he's going to hit with it. Goes for the cover now on the Shinigami. 1, 2. Just a 2 count now. Shinigami gets the shoulder up, and the mystery is in the ascendance well and truly here. No, gets him off in there, gives him the kick to the gut, spins him round, gets hold of him. Mysterious neck breaker. The Shinigami is down. He's gone for the cover. Miss Tarantula is up. I don't know how the mystery didn't see her there. She missed the big clothesline and then breaks up the pinfall, whips him into the ropes, lifts the mystery high, and then gets a little headbutt in there. And the mystery is down and rolls out of the ring. Miss Tarantula rolls out of the ring as well, screaming to the crowd. The mystery doesn't like he knows what day of the week it is. The Shinigami now has that bat in the ring and he's going after somebody on the outside with it. I have a feeling he's going to go after the mystery after getting that mystery neck breaker. Big suplex there from the mystery on the outside, and he throws down the kendo stick now, and throws down the bat, but can't get round the steps there. Looks like he got a little lost there for a minute. Miss Tarantula pushing him, they're getting hold of him now. He shoves her off, lifts her high and slams her down there onto the hard outside matting, and then goes for the mystery, but the mystery manages to dodge it at the last second, it seemed. Now the two of them have hold of the Shinigami. Slam him down on the outside, face first onto the concrete padded matting. Now the mystery and Mr. Tarantula go after each other. She throws him down on the outside and then slowly makes her way back towards him. Neither one of them, I don't think, has seen that the Shinigami's up, and he's got a kendo stick, and Mr. Tarantula screaming to the crowd here, and the Shinigami just taking a breather, it seems. Now surely the mystery must have seen the Shinigami is making his way around to them. Through the kendo stick, but missed it completely. Big side suplex there from the mystery, and now the Shinigami turns his attention to the mystery and throws him into the steps there. And Miss Tarantula is slow back to her feet. The Shinigami gets hold of her and throws her into the side barricade there. Big clothesline there, cleaning the mystery out. Gets hold of the mystery now, scoops him up, slams him down, massive scoop slam there, picks him up to his feet again. Looks like he's just content to inflict punishment on the mystery here. Does the Shinigami, throws him into the ring, climbs in himself, doesn't like he's paying any attention to Miss Tarantula at all. She slides into the ring though and breaks up the momentum. German suplexes him across the ring, and the mystery now with a big shot to the back of Miss Tarantula, and she's slowly getting to her feet. But if the mystery can get a submission hold locked in, he's going for the mysterious neckbreaker instead. If he can get the cover now, he might be able to pinch a victory here, ladies and gentlemen. Rolls over Miss Tarantula, gets a 1, the rest slow. 2. Oh, and a dive at the last minute by the Shinigami to break it up. And now the Shinigami, I thought he was going to go for the choke slam there, but the Mystery, smart to it, gets the elbow in to send him down to the ground. Mr. Tarantula, slow up though, managed to pick the Mystery up now. Slams him into the corner. And now the Shinigami switches his attention to Mr. Tarantula. Big suplex inbound, tosses her across the ring with it. And she might be his prey now in the ring. Stomping the face here. The Mystery on the outside, looks like he's got that metal bat, and you can see the Demon here is getting ready. Now the Mystery, it's his turn to watch as the Dark Powers, as he slowly makes his way across the ring in that illithid crab walk. We all have seen this many a time before. It's one of the slowest moving moves in the KEW as he makes his way mysteriously across the ring like that. Here it comes then, ladies and gentlemen. Picks her up, gives her a little peck on the cheek. Oh no, she gets her way out of it. He was close to the Demon's Kiss there, and oh, she gets the bat to the back from the Mystery, and the Mystery gets the uppercut from the Shinigami. The Shinigami, oh, big backdrop there, sending the Mystery high over the top of him. He almost got the Demon's Kiss in on Mr. Tarantula. Now he gets a bat to the face, does the Mystery, and to the back of the head from the Shinigami. And the Shinigami relentless with a bat attack there, straight to the face of the Mystery. You see Mr. Tarantula's up on the outside, and the Shinigami has just demolished the Mystery with the bat. And now takes it to Mr. Tarantula, shots to the face. She rolls out of the way of the second one, and then gets the bat off him somehow. And the Mystery's rolled to the outside for a bit of a breather. Mr. Tarantula takes the Shinigami to the corner and bounces him off the corner turnbuckle, now grating his face in that mask along the along the ring ropes there, as the Mystery whips her into the ropes and toe drags her down, but she gets out of it and punches him in the face. Now the Shinigami gets hold of Mr. Tarantula, and a big clothesline there, almost knocked her block off, but only to get a big boot from the Mystery in the face, and he rolls out of the ring as the Shinigami for a quick breather. The Mystery gets hold of Mr. Tarantula, who battles back out a bit with a few furious elbows there. Big right hand from Mr. Tarantula, has hold of him from behind, scoops him up and down onto his face he goes. The Spider's Twister there. The Shinigami breaks up the pinfall though, comes quickly back after Mr. Tarantula, gives her the neck breaker and she's down, goes for the cover to wrap it up. The Shinigami, legs on the ropes, 1, 2, oh, and she's kicked out somehow. How did she have the power to get him off the ropes like that? Gets hold of her from behind now. Oh, and a double kick from both men here. And a double DDT sends her flying across the ring. The Mystery quickly out of that one though. Throws the Shinigami out of the ring. He might go for the cover now, or look to get a submission hold in on Mr. Tarantula. Drags her towards the centre of the ring so she's not near the ropes. And the Shinigami looks like he's down on the outside. Here comes the submission then. He's got it on in the middle of the ring. And then comes the Shinigami, who breaks it up quickly with a boot to the face for the... Oh, went for the chokeslam but missed it again. Now praising his Dark Lord here as he's going for the surfboard-like submission again. Here's the Shinigami just stretching the Tarantula out there. Big shot to the back, and oh, he's got the bat again. He misses that shot though as the Shinigami breaks it up. Mr. Tarantula rolls to the outside now, and the Mystery is down. The Shinigami picks the Mystery up, and now here he comes. Demonic, oh, he's got his way out of it. He thought he had the demonic chokeslam, but the Mystery flips back to his feet. Furious hits from the Mystery, uppercut there. Mr. Tarantula's down. She doesn't know what day of the week it is. The Mystery has the bat. The Shinigami's in the ring with him. Oh, he's going for the bat assault here. Misses a few furious shots there, nothing but air. And now Demon's Kiss goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Tarantula was in the ring but didn't want anything to do with the Shinigami. Maybe she didn't know what day of the week it was. Maybe she recognised the superior darkness in the ring. Goodness gracious me, the Shinigami takes it, ladies and gentlemen. It was an absolute slobberknocksaurus of a fatal three-way, I think you'll agree. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. Cracking wing for the Shinigami though. What a way to bow out in the pay-per-view though. What a win. And here we go. We said James the Cat, by beating the Tange, would get his shot at Big Bird, and the CEO has honoured his word. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This one should be a good, and James the Cat has been trying to get his claws into the CEO for many weeks in the KEW. After being left out of the Royal Rumble, James the Cat has serious grievances. We did, of course, summarise James the Cat's career in the KEW last week, but we'll do it just again, just to remind people at home. He was, of course, a one-time KEW champion, won the belt coming out of the Trouble in Tanstown pay-per-view earlier in the season, after being the last man left in the gauntlet match. It was after that, though, that Mark the Magnificent set his sights on James the Cat and defeated him legs on the rope style to take the pin win and take the title off of James the Cat. James the Cat felt aggrieved by that, but it was to no avail really, as Mark the Magnificent swiftly and succinctly put him away once and for all, left James the Cat behind him. Mark then went on to lose the title, of course, in the lost episode cage match. James the Cat, of course, has also been a tag team champion, winning the tag titles with the Tange. They won them in a ladder match, and it was a fairly decent ladder victory for them. They did, of course, swiftly lose that title match, or the titles, I think, at the next available opportunity. But James the Cat won't care about that. He'll be focused now on nothing but revenge here against the CEO, the man who set up the KEW,
From London, England, weighing in
the man who we have to thank for everything that we've seen over the last few weeks and months in the KEW. He is, of course, the CEO of the company, Giles Big Bird. Started life at the KEW slowly, but came on strong at the end after seeing the firefighter win the belt. Wasn't happy with that as a champion, and took matters into his own hands, taking the belt off of the firefighter at the next available pay-per-view, the Rumble. He then managed to successfully defend the belt until losing it only a few weeks ago to Benji. Benji, of course, winning a fatal four-way to get his shot at the KEW title, and then took the belt in an Iron Man match off of the CEO. A very, very closely thought Iron Man match, we'll have to say, ladies and gentlemen. James the Cat has been after him ever since, really. He's seen him as a prime opportunity to prove that he is a premier athlete in the KEW. Big word, though. We'll see this as the opportunity to prove that James the Cat is just not on the same level as the top athletes in the KEW. The two of them former champions. Reverse DDT from James the Cat there. We'll see if who can get the upper hand here. James the Cat shot to the back of the CEO, who's slow to his feet. Another snap DDT there from James the Cat. The CEO goes for the cover immediately. Well, that's a bit early. I would have thought for a cover. Gets a 1, a 2. I'm surprised he even got a 2 count, really. But the CEO's chosen his matches carefully in the KEW. We've not seen him for about 3 weeks now, whereas James the Cat has had to do a lot of wrestling in that time. So we'll see if the CEO's kept himself fresh. He is, of course, an older athlete, so perhaps he needs the rest in between matches, or whether it'll be the sharpness of James the Cat, where he's had those wrestling victories in between. Whether they will prove to be his the upper hand for him. You can see now at the moment the CEO is just stomping on the chest of James the Cat on the floor. After James's early start and getting out quick here, the CEO is now looking to pay dividends there and really get the momentum swiftly changed back in his direction, which it looks like it has certainly done for now. Clothesline, a few furious stumps. Goes up to the second rope here and dives off. Massive elbow, my goodness me, right across the throat of James the Cat. Might have choked the life out of him there, might have crushed his windpipe. James is swiftly up for the second time though, and then looks like he's dazed and confused and gets the axe handle in the face there. The CEO has hold of him now, dragging him around the ring and might pull him away from the ropes, and he'll look to put him away quickly just to prove how much of an athlete he is and how James the Cat is not on his level. Gets hold of him, kicks him in the guts, tucks him between the shoulders, between the legs, and spins him around. Down he goes for the cover. 1, 2. And James the Cat kicks out somehow there, ladies and gentlemen. Looked like he might have done enough there. Waits in the corner now. We've seen him put many an athlete away with this. Goes for the spear, but James the Cat gets out of the way there at the last second. Sends him like a matador flying past him. Sends the ball flying through. Big side slam though from the CEO, puts him back in control of this one as James the Cat rolls to the outside for a breather, and the CEO has his back turned, then dives over the top rope with a big body splash there, and that's a big human being to go over the top ropes. And now look at this, taking the time to show off to the KEW faithful, and they know that they might not like the CEO all that much, but they do have him to thank for the entertainment we enjoy. Slams his head into the apron now, and James the Cat is down on the outside. We're up to a 4 count here. The CEO misses his initial grab, up to a 5, picks James the Cat up now and drops him face first on the outside. And look at that, he's saying to him, you wanted to step to me, then this is what you get. You try and get in the ring with the big guns, and this will be what happens to you every single time. Up to a 7 count, throws him back in the ring now. And the CEO's got to be careful here. We're already up to an 8 count. There we go, makes his way back into the ring. A big shoulder charge there sends James the Cat tumbling down to the mat as James gets a little kick in there. Bit of momentum. It looks like James the Cat is bleeding on the side of his mask there. Perhaps the CEO has managed to ram that mask firmly into his face, and that has caused the blood to emerge from James the Cat, who gets a stunner in out of nowhere. Hooks the leg for the victory. James won. Oh, just a 1 count. No, the CEO, plenty left in the tank, and it's the first real time we've seen anything from James the Cat. Took his time to try and celebrate as well, and the CEO returns the favour with a kick and whips him into the corner. Slams him down now out of the corner. Goes to the second rope, and James the Cat slow back to his feet here. The CEO waiting patiently. Diving spear off the second rope there. Hooks the leg now for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and James the Cat somehow gets a shoulder up. The CEO, he'll have questions for that referee in the morning as to why they didn't count faster, but maybe just James the Cat's resilience lifts him up now. Power bombs him down. He says, you want more punishment? Fair enough, I'll give you as much as I can give. Then slams him into the ring there, and James the Cat slow on the apron, gets speared off the apron there by the CEO. The big shoulder charge sends him tumbling down to the outside. James the Cat though catches him a bit flush there, and a big boot on the outside sends Big Bird down. Body splash now from James the Cat. Could this be the momentum shifter he needs? Another body splash on the outside. You can tell how slow the referee is counting now. When the CEO is the one down on the outside, the count's a lot slower than when it's James the Cat. And that is the issue when you face the CEO. Oh, double knees into the chest of the CEO. The issue being, of course, he has everything in his favour. You've got to not only beat him, but also beat the referees. The referees don't like what they want to do an unfair job, really, but they know if they don't do a good job that the CEO will be having words with them, and that might be the end of their contract in the KW. Roll over now. James the Cat gets hold of the legs. Big stomp on the guts there of the CEO. Now going up to the top rope here. High flying move from James the Cat on the cards. Went for the frog splash and caught him in the back there. The CEO rolling slowly. Perhaps he's mocking Mark the Magnificent with the frog splash there. Went for the boot in the corner. The CEO catches him flush, and the power there as he whips away James the Cat's foot from underneath him. Goes after him now. Kicks him in the guts. Gets hold of him onto the shoulder here. And slams him down face first. Goodness gracious me, the power from Big Bird on display, and this might be enough to put James the Cat away. If he nails the spear, he might rip him in half. Spears him there, and James the Cat is down. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. A valiant effort from James the Cat, but more than enough from the CEO to put James the Cat away and say to him, you're just not at my level. You're not at the level of the top athletes in the KW. And you can see the blood dripping down the head of the CEO there, perhaps sustained. Maybe the glasses were smashed into his face firmly from James the Cat. He knows he's been in a battle here though, the CEO, and James the Cat will feel that he did himself absolutely no shame. His only disappointment would be not coming away with a victory and allowing Big Bird to get the last minute spear in. A decent match here, ladies and gentlemen, and we finally put pay to that one there. We will have now then a tag team title match, and it will be the tag team champions, the Misfits, taking on the Safety Men. We've of course seen Cold Ears Craig and Atomic Andy be at each other's throats in recent weeks in the KW. The pair of them, well, the rivalry stemmed really from where Cold Ears Craig managed to put Atomic Andy out in the Rumble, and since then Andy has been furiously after Cold Ears. He does, of course, have the help of his tag team partner here today.
Tables, ladders, and chairs match. And is for the Tag Team Championship. And at a combined weight of 467 pounds.
TLC tag team title match on the cards here then for the two of them. The Safety Men, of course, have been multiple tag team title champions and have both had the KW titles around their waists each as well. Andrew, of course, winning it in the lost episode in the cage match, taking it off of Mark and then swiftly losing it to the Spyclops. And of course the Firefighter was one of our most dominant KEW champions, winning the belt and carrying it all the way through into an entire pay-per-view where he almost managed to knock off the CEO to hold on to it as well. Was unfortunate not to. And here we go then, the tag team title holders, the Misfits, making their way to the ring. Cold Ears and the Turkish Mountain, Big Dan. Cold Ears, of course, has perhaps made the biggest shakes and strides in the KW of all the Misfits members so far. He does have the powers of the Yeti backing him, of course. And Big Dan is no slouch either. He is a mountain, the monster that is from Istanbul. A dominant force in the KW when it comes to power wrestling. And the Yeti is to be feared. Him and Andrew, of course, have been at each other since Cold Ears eliminated Andy from the Rumble. Andy not being able to get over that one, and any time they're in the ring together you can see they target each other, and Andy comes at him furiously and explosively. We've seen Andy, of course, have a measure of him, and Cold Ears, of course, managed to get a little bit of revenge a few weeks ago where he scoop slammed Andrew on top of the ladder. We'll have to see how much damage that's done to Andy's spine in this one and whether he's able to have recovered fully for the tag team title match. You can see there we have the fake belt hanging high above the rings as the tag team titles are perhaps floating in the background. Here we go then, not even a ding from the bell, they're just straight out and at each other, and I said immediately Cold Ears and Andy would go after each other, and Andy splashes him in the corner there as the safety men take an early lead in this one. The Firefighter wrenching the arm of Big Dan in the corner, and oh, Andy's exploding out into the corner, and the two of them getting each other's way really. DDT there from the Firefighter sends the Turkish Mountain down on the outside as Andy goes now looking for something under the ring, and the Firefighter's out of the ring as well. He's got a kendo stick, does Andy. Well, that's not part of a TLC match, but he's got one anyway. Look at this, immediately going after Cold Ears. Big Dan's down in the ring, and Andy wants nothing to do with, the Firefighter in the way. And Cold Ears now getting the shot from the Firefighter, tumbling down to the ground as Big Dan's out there with a swinging neck breaker on the Firefighter, and Atomic Andy targets him and says, oh no you don't, and then switches his attention straight back to Cold Ears, gets hold of him from behind, as does Big Dan. Oh, sends the Firefighter into the steps, and a side slam on the outside there for Cold Ears, and now Andy going after Big Dan, adds hold of him by the neck here, and a big right hander there sends him down to the ground, and now Cold Ears sends the Firefighter into the steps. Now Andy goes after Cold Ears, rolls him up, power bombs him down on the outside, and now the Turkish Mountain throws the Firefighter down on the outside. Looked like he was going for the ladder for a minute but couldn't quite get to it because the monster that is Andy was in the way. Now Big Dan taking it to the Firefighter on the outside, and Atomic Andy back in the ring to deal with Cold Ears. Cold Ears back to his feet though. Now we're seeing the tag team champions come to life, and look at that, the camel clutch in the ring there on Atomic Andy, manages to get his way back out of it as Big Dan throws the Firefighter down on the outside. A little stomp there from Big Dan, misses the second one though, and now the safety men looking to try and come back into it. Big clothesline from the Firefighter, and Cold Ears has hold of Andy in the ring. The Firefighter making his way down towards the table on the outside, making his way past it as Big Dan catches up with him now and gets hold of him as Cold Ears sends Andy flying out of the ring. Big Dan's got hold of the safety man, got hold of the Firefighter, has him on the shoulders and rams him into the barricades there. The ladder slid into the ring from Cold Ears, and Atomic Andy is in the ring. Oh, missed the splash though, looked like he jumped over Cold Ears. Oh, only to clothesline him the second time around. The power on display from the Turkish Mountain now, parading. Oh, the Firefighter down, slams him down close to that table. Now Big Dan working his way around on the outside here. The Firefighter looks to go for him. He folds the table up, only half up really, and the Firefighter whoops him back into the ring. He's in the ring with the ladder as Atomic Andy is assaulting Cold Ears on the outside, slams him off to the side there, and Big Dan sets the ladder up in position in the ring, and the Firefighter climbs out of the ring. Good ring awareness from the Firefighter there, goes after the table now that Big Dan had earlier, slides it in under his feet as Big Dan climbs the ladder here, says, well, if you're not going to come after me, I'll go up the ladder. Gets the shot in the back, and then somehow falls off the ladder and down onto his feet. I suppose it's only a small step down for him given the size. Gets hold of the Firefighter and tosses him off to one side, and now Big Dan might look to climb back up the ladder, and Andy's busy on the outside dominating Cold Ears, but might not have seen Big Dan going for the titles. Climbs slowly back into the ring now And the firefighter taking his time as well, as Big Dan is doing some work on the titles. Look at this, both men now targeting Big Dan. Andy going after him from behind. Oh, and he clatters to the ground. And here we go. The safety men going for the titles. It's the firefighter up the ladder. Cold Ears will spot him at the last minute. Tucks the ladder away. Andy's on the ropes. Not on the ladder. Oh, power bombs him on the ladder. Goodness gracious me. Cold Ears might have shattered the spine of the firefighter. He's up swiftly though. Goes for the clothesline. Oh, slam down now is Atomic Andy. And clothesline down. And here come the tag team champions. Massive front suplex there from Cold Ears. And the Turkish man has hold him more. German suplex 1. Rolls over from behind. Big clothesline there, sends him flying around, and he might look to put him away with a bit of Turkish delight here. Gets hold of the firefighter, whips him into the corner now, and the kendo stick attack is occurring on the outside. Big Dan has hold of the firefighter by one arm, and the kendo stick's been shattered over Atomic Andy, slams him down, and the tag team champions gets hold of the ladder now. Drops it down on top of the firefighter. The firefighter slow back to his feet. Big Dan gets hold of him, lifts him up, and Turkish Delight there, slams him on his face. Now Cold Ears has the table, positions it in the corner, and both of them in the ring. The ladder is up. And Big Dan taking his time, Atomic Andy taking his time to climb back into the ring as well. Big Dan is up, he's got the belts here. Is Andy going to climb up the ladder as well? Oh, this is going to be dangerous here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a lot of weight up the ladder. Andy with a big shot to the guts here. Both of the other tag men climbing in. Andy's just poised there, another shot to the guts. Slowly taking his time. Cold Ears trying to tip the ladder away. It looks like he's got his tag partner up there. I'm not so sure it's a wise move. Look at that, he says to him, what are you doing? Get off the ladder, man. Looks like he's trying to push it over again. That's a lot of weight. Andy punches him out of. Oh, and Cold Ears able to tip it over. Once Big Dan was off it, Cold Ears was able to tip the ladder over and send Andy flying down to the mat. And he must have been lucky he didn't break an ankle or something there. Big Dan now ripping the announcer's table apart, perhaps in furious rage there. Atomic Andy gets hold of the ladder, positions it in the ring. Looks to climb up it whilst Big Dan's going after. Oh, the firefighter gives him a ladder shot to the table shot to the face. And Cold Ears now has seen Andy up the top of the ladder. He's taking his time to try and climb up it here. And Andy has managed to successfully pull the tag titles down. The safety men pinch it, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness gracious me. They did well to take that one. It looked for a while like the Misfits would retain the titles. And Cold Ears will be furious with himself. He was in the ring and he was taking the time to scream at Andy up the ladder rather than going for the break up to try and stop him getting the belts. Andy pinches it, takes the belts, and look at this. The booty shaking from the safety men here. Perhaps mocking the Tubby Moggies, the former one-time tag team champions, or perhaps they're just exhilarated and happy to have the tag team titles back around their waists, ladies and gentlemen. A decent victory for the safety men. They are a proven commodity when it comes to ladder matches. They're used to working at heights and they do very well in them. It was naive perhaps of the Misfits to agree to a TLC match for that one. We'll move then to our final two matches for the evening, and we'll have the Tange taking on the Plowman. This one really, we've seen the Tange's star fall in the KW. It's a surprise really that he was left this late on the cards. But he is a fan favourite of the KW. And he does have the dark arts to try and deal with here. The Plowman, one of the trickiest athletes in the KW.
London, England, weighing in at 228 pounds.
His darkness, his delight, it is for all to see in the KW. A member of the Coven, and he is a dangerous athlete. Since being part of the Coven, though, he's not really had many singles matches, not had the opportunity to try and work himself up the power rankings, so that's why he finds himself in the Tange range down the bottom. But he will know that if he beats Tange here, that'll set him up for potential future success in the KW. He makes his way down to that nice red matting around the ring, of course, in the CEX colours. Up and into the ring he comes then. He is an athlete, like I said, he's a dangerous one. We've seen him in the KW come close. He did, of course, win the Money in the Bank briefcase, the HMV Steelbook Special Edition briefcase, which he held on to for many a week in the KW, cashing it in having seen the Shinigami win the title against the Spiklops just after the Halloween pay-per-view. Cashed it in immediately, tried to run in and steal the title. The Shinigami said, "Oh no, you don't." Defeated him swiftly. It was a very impressive display from the Shinigami that night, ladies and gentlemen. And since then, the Ploughman, of course, faced off against the Spiklops. Saw an end to the Spiklops being in the Teachers Union. And the Darkness and the Teachers Union convert to the Coven. Tange, as though, like I said, his recent form in the KW has seen him slip right down. He'd been right at the top of the power rankings for weeks and weeks and weeks, never able to get over the line, and has then seen him plummet down in the KW power rankings to where he sits now, right near the bottom of it, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't even beat James the Cat last time out. James the Cat was swiftly put away by the CEO. Weeks ago we'd have seen Tange put up a real fight against the CEO. Now we're not even sure if he's going to be able to beat the Ploughman here. The Ploughman beats the Tange. I think that pretty much confirms that the Tange slump is not only real and happening, but it is something that he's going to have to work long and hard to get out of. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Tange out early and swiftly here. He needs to try and get the momentum quickly in this match. It doesn't really matter to the Ploughman particularly, as we know he's one of the more explosive athletes in the KW in terms of he can swing a match at any moment. Stomp on the arm there from Tange as he gets the Ploughman up to onto his full fours there, and then a big axe handle smash through the back. Position him again for that axe handle. Maybe he's trying to target the back of the Ploughman here. Nice shot to the back again, now ramming the head into the matting, working the Ploughman down here. Big knee drop there. We saw this last time out from the Tange though. He did start very quickly against James the Cat, but then wasn't able to put him away. He goes for the cover early doors. Not even a 1 count there. Naive from the Tange, really. We'd expect to see more from a wrestler who has a bit of pedigree in the KW. Look at this, rolled up, by the Ploughman, and then as his face absolutely smushed in with the Hush Puppies. Big forearm smash from the Ploughman now. Drops the Tange down as he's rolled over, and a big stomp on the ankle there. Tange rolling around now. The Ploughman picks him up back to his feet. Right hand, and then a big kick in the guts there. Gets hold of him, swings him round. And an elbow to the back of the head there. Tange up to his feet though swiftly. Furious right hits here, but only to be broken up by the Ploughman. And now look at this, Tange, stops him and slaps him in the face, and the Ploughman stops him and gives him a shot to the guts for his trouble. Gives him a chop, gets hold of him, and slams his face into the matting as well. And Tange down and feeling this one as the Ploughman climbs to the top ropes here. Diving off, big splash there, hooks the legs for the victory for the Ploughman. 1, 2... Tange with a kick out at 2 though. Slow kick out from Tange there as he sits up on the mat, taking his time to get back to his feet here. The Ploughman gives him the kick in the guts, and the Ploughman might look to put it away here. Stomping in with the Hush Puppies to the back of the head. Tange's head bounced off the ring mat, goes for the cover. 1, 2... and Tange gets a shoulder up just in the nick of time. We've got to wonder how much damage has been done to the Tange already. Crawling up into the corner as the Ploughman explodes out, and side body slams him there. Then jumps off the top rope. And a big knee drive to the face. You can see it looks like Tange is bleeding as well. Perhaps cut open when he had that Hush Puppy to the back of the head. Slammed into the ring mat, slamming the glasses, it may appear, into the side of Tange's face, presenting the blood on him now. You can see the Ploughman targeting the arms, slamming the arm into the canvas. Goes up to the top rope again. Spins around here. Big moonsault there. He might look to put Tange away in a minute here. Tange with the early aggression. The Ploughman, look at this, taunting to the crowd and screaming to them, showing off now. Goes for the elbow drop, but Tange saw it coming. The Ploughman telegraphed it somewhat. Whipped in up and over the ropes. I thought he was going to whip him into the ropes, over the ropes so Tange can get a breather. He did start quickly early here, but since then the Ploughman's exploded back into this one. The Tange now gets hold of the Ploughman from behind. I think the Tange maybe has taken some of these athletes lower in the power rankings for granted, thinking I'm the big dog in the KW. You're very much not at the moment, it would appear. Took James the Cat too lightly, thought he could put him away swiftly and wasn't able to. Now is perhaps doing the same with the Ploughman. Shot to the knee there from Tange. The Ploughman hobbling around. Kick to the guts now from Tange. Rolls up the Ploughman here. Has him on the shoulders and not over the ropes, Tange. Now over the ropes goes the Ploughman. Power bombs him down on the outside, trying to shatter the Ploughman in half. Tange up to the top rope now. Diving elbow from the top rope. Goodness gracious me, that might be the momentum shift that Tange needed. Eyeballing the Ploughman on the outside. Oh, goes for the knee, but misses it completely as the Ploughman is swiftly up and back to his feet. Gets hold of Tange now, whips him down. Almost hit the barricades there. Just managed to stumble out the way at the last minute. The Ploughman on the apron now. Tange climbs back in. The Ploughman's in faster. Rolled himself back into the apron there. And on a big knee shot to the face for Tange, who's slow back to his feet. The Ploughman helps him begrudgingly. Oh, gives him goes for the kick there, but Tange catch hold of it. Oh, Tange knockout out of nothing. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Tange pulls off a last-minute victory. A big victory that was needed to turn the Tange slump around. It's just what he needs. You can see the blood there on the face of the Tange. Referee having a word with one of the KEW fans as they think that maybe the Ploughman was close enough to get the rope break there, but the ref said no rope break was given, and Tange pulls off the upset victory there. Points to the crowd, and maybe this is it, the upstarting turn for the Tange. Maybe he can get momentum back in his KW career and push himself up the power rankings. And a half-decent victory for him, a much-needed victory for him. It had been weeks and weeks of losses for the Tange man, and a good victory to finish up the KW season for him. We'll move then to our last match for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. It will see Mark versus Benji for the KW Championship. A best 2 or 3 best pinfalls on submissions here. The difference to this one to a normal one is that anything goes outside of the ring. It's a no holds barred match.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the
But
Classic.
you have to get your pinfalls or your submissions in the ring. They won't count outside. It's something we've seen Benji struggle with in the past, and Mark's taken full advantage of. The two of them then will recount their careers. Mark the Magnificent, of course, having a storied time in the KWs, been up and around the top end of the KW's power rankings for weeks and weeks, and has been again like Tange, never quite able to get over the line. We warned him against the slump last time around, and he of course lost to the Mystery in his last match. The rivalry with him and Ben will recount in a minute. They of course came across each other early on in the KW and formed a tag alliance as the Square Watermelons, which after Benji was the champion and relinquished the championship, they went after the tag titles and won them swiftly and succinctly. They did then lose the tag team titles. Mark somewhere in the middle there, winning the KW championship with his controversial pin, legs on the rope, against James the Cat. Lost it a couple of weeks later to Atomic Andy in the steel cage four-man melee match, and hasn't had the title back since then. Benji, of course, our first champion, but we'll come on to him in just a minute. The two of them then, their tag team fell apart in the KW tag title match, a steel cage match again. Mark not having much success in the cage with against the Teachers Union. They could have won the tag team titles back. Benji climbed out of the cage early and left Mark in a 2-on-1 situation, which saw Mark sustain so much damage that he wasn't able to recover, and then led to the two of them having the falling out, which they of course resolved at the Christmas pay-per-view, which left Benji a little embarrassed as Mark dominated him pretty much in that one. We hadn't seen Benji rise back to the top of the KW's power rankings in weeks and weeks. It took him a long time to recover his career. He was much like Tange, slumped massively into the middle of the KW's power rankings, able to recover his career though. Had the last chance really in the fatal four-way that he took, won the fatal four-way to give him the title shot against Big Bird, took the title off of Big Bird, and you can hear the crowd booing him here and not happy with Benji as their KW champion. Would they be happier with his magnificence? Time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. There was of course the lost episode which saw these two go at it in a 2 or 3 falls Hell in a Cell match that lasted almost an hour in total, so we'll see if this one manages to last half as long as that.
167 pounds.
That was of course in the lost episode which saw Mark win, and that led to him having his title shot against Big Bird, which he lost in a ladder match.
203 pounds. The Classic
There he is, Benji, who was of course our first KEW champion. Will he finish the season as the KEW champion and be our first and constant reigning champion? Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Or can Mark pride away from his former tag partner? The two of them, of course, bitter rivals since their tag team fell apart, and Benji assaulting Mark only a few days ago with the KEW title in the back of the head after he lost to the Mystery. Will Mark's slump continue? Will Benji finish the season as the KEW champion? Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. This one, though, for all the marbles in the KEW, should be a classic match. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Mark out swiftly with the kicks. Benji backs off and manages to make him miss, then gets hold of Mark by the back of the head, takes him to the ropes and rests him against them now. Bouncing him off the ropes with the shot to the back early here, and again. And a third one to the spine of Mark. You can see he's down already, and Benji immediately out of the ring. Has a hockey stick here, slides back in the ring and launches the hockey stick in Mark's face, and Mark trips over it into the corner and positions him delicately now on that second rope, has hold of him here and drags him out for a neck breaker there out of the corner. And Mark's in a spot of bother already. A stomp on the arm here and a big elbow to the back, and the KEW's champion is taking the time to show off to the fans here. We've seen him misjudge matches by doing that in the past. Gets hold of Mark in the back of the leg now and stomping the knee down on the mat, but Mark's in a spot of bother here early doors as Benji's taking it to him. The two of them, as I said, do have a storied rivalry and a bitter hatred of one another in the KEW since their tag team fell apart. Benji now on the top rope. Oh, drop kick. Oh, he missed it though. Mark dodged out of the way at the last second, and Benji's slamming his ribs into the floor of the KEW arena. Or sorry, the CEX Classic arena, as it is. Custom built arena just for this one particular event. Built, of course, in Enfield's. Oh, slammed down to the floor there. Built in Enfield's KFC car park. Specifically for this, you wouldn't think you'd get that many people packed in. It's amazing what you can do with the space though, and Benji now taking the hockey stick back to Mark. He was slow back into the ring. Shots to the knee here, going to weaken the knees of Mark. Mark though manages to dodge it and it explodes out of furious hits here. Gets the punch into Benji, tucks him through the legs and spins him over, goes for the cover. Oh, not even a one count, no. The ref very slow down there. Maybe he's under instructions from the CEO. Big kick there from Mark, but Benji managed to get his hands up and block it. And now Benji, the furious kicks here. And then, Clobosaurus is Mark's face off. Goes for the cover himself. 1, 2. Mark gets the shoulder up somehow, though. Goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that was going to be our first pinfall of the match there. Benji now stumps on the face of Mark. It's been all Benji so far. Benji with a submission hold locked in. Is Mark going to tap out of this? We've seen him tap many a time before to this move. And now look at that. He's tapping out here, ladies and gentlemen. This has surely got to be it. No, the referee didn't see it. Well, goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like Mark was tapping his foot there. The ref didn't see it though. Mark with a low blow. Removing Benji's child and hopes and child-making dreams. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And Benji gets an arm up somehow. Goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like Mark there had done enough to put Benji away and pinch a first pinfall of the match there. Out onto the outside with the hockey stick now. Benji up quickly though, furiously exploding back into this one. Punches, kicks, drop kicks, picks up the hockey stick and now takes the hockey stick back to the knee of Mark on the outside. Well, I'll have to have a steward's inquiry as to why that submission didn't count in the ring. DDT there from Mark. It looked like to me that Benji had got a first one there, but the referee couldn't see Mark's foot tapping potentially. Didn't count towards the 2 out of 3 pins or submissions. Both men go for drop kicks and both men miss. It's Benji who's swiftly back to his feet though. Mark though with the furious kicks out of this. Hands over Benji, snap DDT down to the floor. Benji quickly back to his feet though. Mark caught a little shy there, gets the hit in the face and turns around, and now both men go to exchange blows in the ring. Mark with a big right hook there and then a chop, and Benji, you can see he's got blood on his face there. Looked like Mark might have caught the glasses straight into Benji's face. Benji with a big furious right hook himself though, battling back against Mark. Another right hook there. Benji will feel absolutely aggrieved that the submission didn't count early doors for him. Big right hook from Benji, and Mark goes for the chop. Another furious hit there. Perhaps the referee was listening to Mark to see if he'd say that he'd give up. Both men now furiously punching each other. I said they don't like each other. And look at this. Absolutely clobbering the life out of one another. Both of them look a little woozy from that one. Mark recovers the fastest though. Off the ropes now. Swinging net breaker. Down goes Benji to the canvas here. And he's down now. Mark runs around him. Goes to the outside and is looking for something under the ring. Has what might be a stop. It is a stop sign, ladies and gentlemen. No, goes for the shot to the back, and Benji rolls out the way, only to get it to the face 2 seconds later. And now he tosses it to him on the floor, but he rolls out of the way, but only to get a hurricanrana down from Mark, and Benji's back down on the floor. Shot to the arm now. Ramming the arm into the floor again from Mark. He's trying to weaken the arms of Benji, it looks like. Maybe trying to take away his ability to lock those submissions in as effectively as he can. Mark now rolls up on him and hurricananas him down onto the ropes here. Screams to the crowd. Off the ropes he goes. And the royal booties squarely to the mush of Benji. And Benji now in the centre of the ring. Mark off the ropes. Oh, body splashes him. Hooks the leg for the cover. 1, 2... Oh, Benji kicks out at 2 though. How on earth did he manage that one? Look at that, Mark, furious with himself. Benji, look at that, looked like he had a little bit of a fit or a word to himself there. Gets off the canvas quickly. Big shot there, and a kick to the back of Mark's head. And he's down now and rolls out of the ring as Benji gets hold of the stop sign. I thought he was going to take it to the referee there, but it looks like I thought he was going to wedge it in the corner as well, but he's not quite. He's just waiting in the ring patiently with the stop sign as Mark takes his time on the outside. Benji now climbing to the top turnbuckle here. Mark gets the ban out. Benji diving off. Oh, missed the drop kick. Mark was just out of reach. He knew Benji's range. He knows him so well. These two athletes, of course, know each other's moves inside and out. They know how far they can reach, and Mark has assaulted Benji with the bat on the outside. Now Mark goes after Benji. Oh, flips over, and he moves out of the way at the last minute, does Benji. Like I said, they know each other inside and out. Now Benji on the outside with a submission hold. He has the Ekins wrap locked in, but the trouble is he's out of the ring. Mark, even if he does tap, it won't count. Leg drags him down now onto the floor. I said that you've got to do it in the ring early doors. Mark goes for the flip again and misses it, and now Benji just boots him in the face and says, that'll teach you for trying to flip over, and how about this bat? You introduced me to it earlier. How about I introduced you to Mr. Bat here. Furious bat shots from Benji to the back and to the head of Mark. He rolls out of the way of that one though, and then gets the bat off of Benji at the last second. Whips him down to the ground now and stops the boots into the chest. And Benji's in a spot of bother on the outside here, and Mark back with the bat again on the outside, assaulting Benji here, smashing him in the back with it, across the back of the head here, misses again. Oh, throws the bat into him this time though, and charges at him, gets hold of him and drags him down with a hurricanrana there. The athleticism of Mark on display here. Gets hold of Benji now and tried to throw him in the ring, but manages to miss quickly, and now rounds him off, face first into the apron there. Looked like a reverse Russian leg sweep into the apron. Goodness gracious me. Rams him into the steel steps now. And it looks like Mark might be trying to end the career of Benji here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Gets hold of him and drags him by the back of the head. Taking him back towards the ring. Rolls him in the ring now. Climbs in through the ropes. Rolls him over and goes for the cover. The first of the 2, 3 falls. 1, 2, 3, there it is. Mark gets the first pinfall, and goodness me, now Benji's really got to try and get some momentum back in this one, because it's all Mark at the moment. Gets hold of Benji, lifts him high, big snap suplex there, lifts him up, and here we go. The triple suplex is incoming, another one there, rolls him over, and he's going to go for the stop sign, lifts him up high, no, just short of the stop sign there, but you can see the damage has been done to Benji's back, and Mark looks absolutely spent as well. He's slow back to his feet, manages to recover just in time. Climbing out of the ring now. I thought he might go for the top turnbuckle. Look to try and put Benji away, but he's under the ring looking for something extra special. He has a table for him and slides a table in the ring, but Benji's quickly back to his feet, but only for Mark to give him a little shot to the face and throw him back in the ring. Mark's got better designs than to let Benji get the upper hand on the outside, it seems. Taking his time now, looking for something else under the ring. Benji looks woozy in the ring, has a shovel now into the ring. Benji showing off to the KW faithful, only to get a shovel in the arse. And again, straight to the cheeks of Benji. He's down and holding it there, and Mark launches the shovel at him, but looked like he missed there. The ring now full of obstacles. Mark with a big drop kick straight onto the table legs, though, of the folded up table. Now Mark assaulting the spine of Benji. He doesn't look like he wants to put this one away anytime soon, Mark. He looks like he's just content to absolutely demolish his former tag partner Look at that. Benji, though, getting the best of him. Oh, Benji gets a submission hold locked in. This time with the referee. See if Mark taps. Mark is tapping. It looks like the referee. There you go. He's counted that time. Mark's given up, and the next pinfall or submission here will win it, ladies and gentlemen. Benji for the leg. Hooks it for the title. 1, 2, 3, there it is, defends the title. He'd worn down Mark just enough to successfully defend the title. The two of them with a classic slobber knocker here to finish off the KEW season. Ladies and gentlemen, Benji, our champion still. Mark down on the outside. The Mark slump continues. Benji holds the title high for the fans to see, the blood on his face. Mark disappointed he couldn't finish the victory. He was too content on trying to beat the living daylights out of Benji. Benji focused and got the win in the end. A good win for Benji, and he finishes the season as the KEW champion. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the entire season of KEW. We hope you've enjoyed it. We don't know if there'll be more to come in the future from the KEW, but we've certainly enjoyed making it, and we'll potentially look to extend this in the future. But if not, then Benji finishes our KEW champion. The Safety Men finish as the Tag Team champions, and the Assassin finishes as the Hardcore champion. What a first inaugural season for the KEW, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. It has been an honour and a pleasure to commentate over this year's KEW for you. We apologise for the lost episodes, of course, only 2 of them hopefully, and we'll see you potentially next year for more KEW action. Or if not, then enjoy what you've got of the KEW. Go back and watch it from the start all over again and relive all of your favourite moments of the KEW and some of the classic action that we've had here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an honour and a privilege, and thank you again.